If you came across a weird thing just sitting around in a canyon somewhere, wouldn't you bounce on its head? I know I would. It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay then, this is Super Magnetic Neo on the Dreamcast. And what the hell? Well, this is some kind of robot baby thing. He has magnetic powers and he jumps. So you've got polarities, north and south, and they have an effect on north and south attract, but if you do like equal polarities they repel. So yeah, red and red repels. Whee! Okay. Problem I have is remembering. Well, hey, what button does what? Oops. Get up there. So it's... Oh, holy crap, I didn't know I did that. What do I do with this then? Hello? I didn't know I did that. No idea. Okay. Holy... Yeah. I mean, there are elements of Crash Bandicoot to this, but... Oh, come on. Hit the button. No, that's just not going to do anything. Oh, and that's run. Are we on? We're not on it. Get up there. Do that. Okay, that was not quite. Whoa! I liked it. What was that? It's fascinating. Oh crap! It encourages experimentation, if you like. Find out what you can do, stuff in various locations that are not necessarily obvious. Oh God. Yeah. Like, you just wouldn't... I want to do... I feel like I should be able to do something with this other than just lob it. And this bit makes me nervous. Oh, get up. And I don't know what that is. Oh, blimey. What was that? What's that? Well, I don't know what that was. And I don't know why my controller beeped. Oh crap, get out. Oh God. Needless to say, I suck at Crash Bandicoot. And so that aspect I'm going to suck at here. Actually, I'm going to... Oh God. I'm going to suck at every aspect here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something with these here. That ID? Well, I don't know what that was all about. Yeah. That. Hello. Arse. All right. Yep. Oh. Well, I missed that. I don't know what it does, but I missed it. Okay. Totally, there are... Oh, camera. Oh, God. I don't think that's what you meant to do at this point, but I'm doing it anyway. Bounce on the weird thing's head, because why not? If you came across a weird thing just sitting around in a canyon somewhere, wouldn't you bounce on its head? I know I would. Want that, give me that. Yes. Okay. What's this? What are these? See, is it like a calcium pill? Okay. I don't feel entirely sure what to do about that. Oh, okay. But oh, bollocks. Squashed by a pot plant. Because that happens every day, doesn't it? You bugger off. We'll just squeeze past. Go away. Just go away. Don't. You know, flowers are nice and everything, but not when they kill you. Oh, God. Whoa. I really wish I had a PlayStation controller at this. Oh, that's just okay. There's more up there. Exit. Cool. There's something that just says strawberry ice cream to me, or something like that. Strawberries and cream sweets. Pinky medals. I've got some pinky medals. That yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. They look like dead mice to me. Dead mice medals. Press any button. On to the bonus stage. Right. I like this. It is the second time I've played it, and I'm enjoying it more now than I did the first time I played it. I was just, what the hell? Oh, yeah, 'cause I'm great. I did really good there. Yeah. Yeah, first time I played it, I was kind of distracted by the Crash Bandicoot nature of it, and what the hell is going? All right. I don't know that was entirely necessary, but whatever. I do like the in-your-face cartoony nature of it, the whole pow, splat kind of... Oh, okay. Alright, I'm missing something here. Okay. Oh, God, you Burke. You utter Burke. Right. No. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Right. Face that way. Run. Jump. Yes. God, I'm good. Cool. You go back. Whoa. Pill. Power pill. Drugs. He's giving me drugs. Wow, he's in a strop. Wow, look at him go. That is one stroppy weird thing. Ah, okay. I see. Oh. Get up onto the weird... Oh. I mean, these look like teeth. Oh, you Burke. Come on. Yeah, do that. That is exactly what I wanted to do. It just took me, like, way too long to figure it out. Hello. Wow. All right. What the hell? Well, I like the way they check before they come through. That's cool. That's great. Oh, don't be a div. There. What's that? Ah. Oh, no, don't do that. Ah, okay. Do that. Do that. Didn't exactly do what I wanted. There was something up there that I probably wanted. But whatever. It is a game that makes you... Oh, God. It's a game that makes you go, oh, God, for a start. Oh. The jump button isn't where I want it. Oh. I want the jump button on the A button. Oh, God. That looks like a scary thing down there. Like, you could get that, but... Why would you, though? What's there? What's the reward? Don't know. Oh, weirdo freak. This looks a little bit like Cubert after he's been done over by Dr. Robotnik. Ha! Oh, we're just going to mess this guy up big time. I don't know. Whatever. Oh. I think I drowned. Alright, there was almost certainly an objective there, but I'm going to call it a day there. That is Neo-Magnetic something or other, I've forgotten already. It says in the title what it's called. Yeah, I remember. Magnetic Neo something. It's great, even if I can't remember what it's called. Sega Dreamcast. Definitely worth a play. Thank you for watching. Hello, today's question for Q&A is from B Roland 1. Hello Ben, link to his channel down there. For Q&A, assuming it hasn't already been asked, it hasn't, or if it has, I don't remember, because who remembers a thing like memory? What is a game or series that you loved back when it was new, but struggle to enjoy today? Some games were great for their time, but have aged poorly. I find this with many of the original PlayStation and N64 games. I find it with almost all of the N64 games. Especially those games in 3D that feel downright clunky by today's standards. Interesting in hearing your thoughts on that. Okay, there are a couple of games that come to mind. The first is pre-PlayStation, and it's an arcade game. Actually, there are a couple of arcade games. The first being Pole Position. And I think actually the problem I have with Pole Position is less that the game has aged badly and more that it just does not play well on home systems. It needs a wheel, and more specifically it needs that wheel that you get on that arcade cabinet. Hypersensitive, lots of travel on the wheel. And when you try and play that on a D-pad, forget it. It's just unplayable. If you try and play it on an analog stick, really still not very good. If you try and play it on a... Well, I've tried playing it on a wheel with a console. On the PS2, I had I think it was a Mad Catz wheel, and it was still unplayable on that. And I've only found one home system, and I'm wondering what the hell's that I can see in my vision just there that's going from side to side. It's a reflection of that in my glasses. That was weird. Yeah, the only thing I've ever found where it's playable, properly playable to the point that you can do fairly well on a home system was a Namco plug and play joystick. That where literally you twist the joystick like a steering wheel, and it's really playable on that. But on everything else, every other home system I've ever tried it on, just not playable. It might be playable on a console or PC with an emulator with a really proper like high travel wheel, you know, one of your expensive jobbies, no, not a Mad Catz thing, but one with like multiple turns from lock to lock. That might be playable, might be decent, but yeah, on a basic joypad or analog stick, forget it. Other game from slightly later than that, but similar, is Super Hang-On. I loved it back in the day. I spent a lot of time playing it on the Mega Drive. I mean, I loved it in the arcade. And I loved the Mega Drive version maybe even more, not sure. I think it was like having come from the Acorn Electron as my main gaming system. My first games on the Mega Drive were Altered Beast, meh, and what was the other game I had? Afterburner 2, and then the very next game I bought after that was Super Hang-On, and I loved it. Found it really, really playable. Where I come back to it now and I'm like, I can't, I'll have a go. It's like I'll play it, have one go, and then move on to the next game. I think the thing is, with a lot of games, unless they have something really, really special about them, if they haven't got something special about them, the only reason I'm going to continue to play them is if they blow me away visually. Now, some games don't need that. They don't need the visual flair. They've got some kind of depth or something that makes them engaging. Super Hang-On, at the time, had visual flair. It was after an Acorn Electron, Super Hang-On on the Mega Drive was visually like, wow, look at that, that's bloody awesome. Where you don't have that now, and without the impressive visual impact, there's not a lot of depth to it. It's fun for a few minutes, and that's it. And have a go and move on. Where it used to hold me for ages. Slightly more modern games now, and we are getting into PS1 era. I'm not even going to think about N64 because I didn't have one back in the day, so N64 for me has always been retro. But I had a PS1 back in the day, and the game that I find most striking, that I just don't... I loved it when it came out. There are two, and I've forgotten the name of one, so whatever. The one I'm thinking of, the most significant one, now I'm blanking on that as well, Tomb Raider. It was groundbreaking, it was amazing, it was fantastic on so many levels, and I play it now and I am so frustrated by the control method. I want twin sticks, I want controllable camera angles with the right hand stick. Can it do that? Does it even respond to the analog stick? Don't remember. Don't think so. And the movement seemed to be in blocks. It's like, yes, movement was fluid, but where you could go... the spaces you moved in were blocks. Your movement within them was fluid, but you were here, then you were here. Do you know what I mean? And that is very restrictive. Everything about the controls, it's like we've got used to games being controlled a certain way now. There's almost a standard, if you like. certain games, certain genres of games tend to adhere to a certain standard. Certain controls on your pad do a certain thing. Doesn't matter what game you're playing, they all do much the same thing. So you can move from one game to another and have a half decent chance of pulling off the move that you want to. Tomb Raider was made in a time before there were standards for control, and obviously so in its particular genre, because it was the first, more or less, of that genre in 3D. You know, your 3D over the shoulder exploration, climbing, killing and stuff, it was the first. Someone's probably going to correct me and tell me I'm wrong, but whatever. So there were no standards to adhere to, so I find the controls on it just unintuitive because of all the things that I've got used to since then. They weren't doing anything wrong. They're just, we've got used to things being done differently now. Certainly I have. So I find playing it now really, really frustrating. You know, it was groundbreaking. It has depth, but it is so difficult to enjoy the depth because you're fighting with the control system because it doesn't adhere to what we've become used to. So in that sense, it has aged badly. I, speaking entirely for myself, don't enjoy playing it. I do enjoy watching other people play it who are maybe not so... haven't played all the games that I've played that mean I play a certain way and expect a game to be controlled a certain way. So when they play it, they're just like, yeah, this is how you play this, and they get on with it. And don't feel like they're fighting the control system. I like to watch. Now, don't want to play it. No. We're spoiled. We are spoiled by modern gaming. It handholds us a great deal where games didn't used to. You used to have to practice. You really kind of don't anymore. You used to have to get good at that specific game, whatever game it was, to play it well. Now, you can progress while being fairly shite, which is really good for gamers like me. Because I don't want to practice, I just want to play it. I want to see that giant, epic, fascinating, big world within a game. And I don't want to have to spend hours practicing how to use a bow and arrow, or how to jump from here to there, and just complicated combinations of buttons to do a thing. Can't be bothered with all of that, don't want to have to. And with modern games you frequently now don't have to, and I like that, it works for me. Speaking of, I hit 100 hours on Skyrim this week. Not saying I like the game or anything much, no, I absolutely love it. I have completed all of the major quests. I'm just like, the only significant or noteworthy quest I have left is like the Thieves Guild, and really after saving the world 3 or 4 times I kind of don't give a crap about being a good pickpocket. So I'm sort of not bothering with that, and I'm just doing the little small miscellaneous side quests, just because I still really enjoy being in that game world. And that's a game that I'm hoping it ages well. I think it would be hard for it not to, because it is so immersive. I find it interesting. I'm playing it on the PS4. Visually, I don't think it differs greatly from on the PS3. I think the main difference is that it doesn't suffer from slowdown and general clunkiness when you've got a crap ton of stuff in your inventory. It doesn't have the memory issues. So visually, even though it's on PS4, it's a little bit dated, and I'm finding it fascinating to compare with what is it Joe's playing, Assassin's Creed Not Origins, the next one. Can't remember. But anyway, it's the most recent Assassin's Creed. Is it in Egypt? No, Greece. It's in Greece. And it's funny because the level of detail, I think it's like the texture resolution on Assassin's Creed is obviously higher. So things look more realistic. Possibly the lighting is more realistic, not sure, but certainly the texture resolution is higher. It looks more real, but I think Skyrim is actually more pretty. Something about it, while the lighting is perhaps more basic in its representation of the physics of light, it's prettier, it's more atmospheric. There is so much atmosphere in Skyrim, and the variety of settings I find to be greater. It's bloody glorious, and I hope it ages well. I hope it's a game I can come back to 20 years from now, and God, I hope I'm still capable of gaming 20 years from now. In fact, I hope I'm still alive 20 years from now. There's no guarantee of it. Feeling my age. Yeah, I hope it still stands up. I hope it's still fun, because I think the only game I've ever put more hours into, and I've played it more than Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's saying something. I think the only game I may in my entire life have put more hours into is Elite on the Acorn Electron. I don't know how many hours I put into that, but where Skyrim I've played for about a year. I've been playing it. Is it? Maybe. Might be less than that. It might be about 8 months. Elite I played for probably about 4 or 5 years. Consistently, if not every day, certainly 2 or 3 times a week. So I countless hours on that. Is that a game that stands up well now? I think so. Probably be better playing it on a BBC Micro than an Acorn Electron. It is kind of painful on the Electron now. I was at that time able to put up with a piss poor frame rate. And I mean, for most of the time it really is okay. Is when you get into a battle and you've got multiple missiles flying at you. Then it gets difficult. The frame rate is a hindrance, and in that sense it doesn't stand up well. I'm kind of torn now when I finish Skyrim or stop playing it, because you can't ever get to 100% because it keeps inventing things. Am I going to go back to Red Dead Redemption 2, which honestly I don't really like, but it's so pretty? Or am I going to go back to Elite Dangerous on my laptop, which is beautiful and it's Elite, what's not to like, but I don't really like PC gaming. And I don't actually like the screen on my laptop. I use it for video editing because it's faster than my desktop, but as a screen, it's obviously where they cut corners in to keep the price down and put what's really quite a crappy screen on it. It's poor colour gamut and poor contrast. Yeah, don't know. Really going off on a tangent there. So answers to the question: pole position, super hang on, Tomb Raider. Yeah, for me they don't stand up well. Okay. Right, anyone else who's got a question they'd like answering in a video like this, leave your question in the comments below. Begin with 4 Q&A, so I know not to just answer in the comments. And thank you for watching.
Ah, yes. So, I ring the button that releases the hound to that subscribe button. Oh, hello, yes. Do subscribe.